What is going on, guys? It is a beautiful day here in Houston, so I decided to come out here and shoot a video for you guys. I couldn't pass up on a beautiful day like this, and what better video to make than my favorite and my best, in my opinion, fragrances for springtime. Spring is just around the corner, so I'm really looking forward to wearing these. And the first one that we're going to talk about is the sexiest from the bunch, in my opinion, and it is Valentino, born in Roma. And I just love this. This is some stellar stuff. The aquaticness in here, the minerality, the saltiness, the freshness, the depth, the aromaticness with the sage and the vetiver mixing really well together to give this a very, very amazing composition. You can't go wrong with this. This is an easy grab and go, perfect for the warmer weather, and perfect to make yourself stand out from the crowd. And I was a little late to the party with this one, just because I wasn't too fond of this, because it gets compared to other aquatic fragrances out there like Invictus Aqua and, you know, a few others. So I was kind of putting this off, but I finally came around and pulled the trigger to get this, and I was missing out for sure. This is so attractive, so sexy, and very alluring in a fresh aquatic way. And this is, you know, a staple when it comes to warmer weather. Spring, summer, you name it, you can't go wrong, whether it's, you know, to a special occasion, just casually, just going to the store and going on about your day. To me, this is the one to go with because it's so easygoing, very, very mass appealing, and it just puts you in a good mood. Definitely uplifts me. I've only worn this once because the warmer weather is starting to come around here in Houston. So I was very stoked to finally wear this, and I just can't wait to keep giving this some more wear. I'm sure a lot of you guys own this already. Let me know what you guys think about this one, because to me, this is, you know, in my top 5 when it comes to warmer weather fragrances. Valentino, born in Roma. Can't go wrong with this. Try this out, guys. Next up is my most recent purchase, and it is Parfums Percival. Now, quick story behind this. I did own a 32 ml decant sample about 3 years ago, and I ran through that like crazy because of how much I love this. And once I was done with my 32 ml decant, I thought to myself, you know, I already enjoyed it enough. I already ran through the whole 32 ml bottle, and, you know, I just kind of wasn't really feeling like buying it again, because once I'm finished with the fragrance, I want to try something new. And it took me a while to come back around to this, but I finally got it. I bought this off of Fragrance Buy for just over $100. I think it was $117, and I couldn't pass this up, because although I did enjoy this already a good amount of times, I couldn't pass up a good deal. So I finally decided to go for it again, and for good reason. You know, I definitely miss this. Definitely a standout fragrance. This projects like crazy, guys. It's crazy. I wore this to the gym once, and a lady from maybe 10 feet away from me told me that she could smell me from where she was standing. And it surprised me because I was going nose blind to this. I couldn't really smell this anymore after maybe the hour mark. That let me know that this fragrance is still projecting, and it's still going super powerful, super strong, even after you go nose blind to it. So a lot of you might think that, oh, it doesn't last long or this and that, but it is, guys. Your nose is just going anosmic to it, olfactive fatigue, and it's very common when it comes to fragrances with ambroxan. This has a lot of ambroxan in here. It's very aromatic, woody, fresh, musky, a bit ambery, but definitely very lively, a little more juvenile, in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, older men can also wear this, but to me this leans a little more juvenile, just because it does get compared to Abercrombie and Fitch and Mont Blanc Legend. But in my opinion, I don't really get the similarities, just very slightly, but they don't smell one-to-one. And to me, this is just a more luxurious, better quality fragrance than the ones that it gets compared to. So yeah, this is very, very enjoyable. You can't go wrong. A huge compliment getter, honestly. I love the bottle. I love everything about this. Everything that Parfums de Marly pulls out or puts out, I have to try out, and I have to, you know, give it a few wearings to see how I like it. Because Parfums de Marly to me is my favorite niche house. To me, is the niche house that just, you know, they never miss, in my opinion. All of their fragrances I've tried, and they're so good. Definitely looking forward to the new Perseus fragrance. So stoked, can't wait to try it out. It definitely sounds like my cup of tea, but we'll get into that fragrance later on in the future. But as of right now, Percival to me is the best fresh fragrance from Parfums de Marly. Setly and Greenly are also great, but to me this is the one to go for. Parfums de Marly Percival, guys. Try this out. All right, next up, I mentioned this in one of my favorite releases of 2023, and it is GNTonic. What can I say about this? This to me immediately went into my favorite fragrances, one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, just because of how brisk this is, how fresh, how lively, how bright and invigorating this is. The gin, the tonic, the peppermint in here. It's not just any regular mint, it's peppermint, giving it this nice very expressiveness feel to the fragrance. There's some pink pepper in here as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's some cypra oil, some nutmeg, some orange blossom in the mid, giving this nice uplifting character to the fragrance. And down in the base, you get some masculinity with the oak moss, the vetiver, and I believe it's amber. Fantastic composition, fantastic blend of notes. There's quite a few more notes in here, so some that I can't, you know, think of off the top of my head, but guys, this is fantastic. So good. You will realize how good this is once you give it a try. And when I purchased this, they also gave me a 10 ml decant, so I have an extra 10 milliliters once I'm done with this. And I gave this a bit of a wearing. You can kind of see, you know, the little dent in it. And I love how they included the 10 ml with my purchase, because I can take that if I'm ever traveling or if I'm ever going out of town. I have that to take instead of the whole bottle. I don't like to take the whole bottles when I'm going out of town, just because, you know, I don't want to lose them or break them, so I'd rather take some samples. Fantastic stuff, guys. Honestly, perfect for summer. I see this fragrance more of a special occasion. Don't get me wrong, you can also wear this casually, you know, anywhere you want, but I can definitely see myself wearing this more if I'm going to be out with a special someone, or with some friends, going to the beach, or being outside in the sun, grabbing a few drinks, etc., stuff like that. I see myself wearing this on those types of days, those types of occasions. Fantastic, guys. The color of the juice speaks for itself. You will fall in love with this. At least I did at first sniff. Fell in love with it, and I don't regret blind buying this. I didn't try this out before buying, but I knew that this was going to appeal to me, and I was not wrong. Try this out, guys. GNTonic by MMicallef. Last but not least, we're going to talk about Rasasi Hawas. I'm a little late to the party with this one. Was I missing out? Not really, just because of the fact that it gets compared to other fragrances out there, like the Invictus Aqua and, you know, a few others. But what I find the most attractive about this is the fact that it's not just fresh and it's not just aquatic. It's fruity, it's juicy, it's very uplifting because of the fruitiness and the juiciness. And I didn't expect it to be this juicy and this fruity. Slightly sweet because of the apple. The plum is what I get the most out of this fragrance, but nothing wrong with plum. I love it. I don't own a plum fragrance. This will be my first fragrance with plum in it, and I love it. Giving it this nice expressive to the fragrance, it makes it very it makes it come to life. I feel like without the plum in here, this would be a more generic fragrance, but because there is plum in here, it makes it stand out. Mass pleaser, mass appealing, can't go wrong, easy grab and go. To me, this screams springtime. I'm sorry. This screams springtime. More of, I wouldn't reach for this in the summertime, just because to me, it's a bit too fruity and too juicy for me to reach in the hot weather. I have other fragrances that I would rather reach for when it comes to the really hot weather, but to me, this is a perfect fragrance to wear when it's, you know, low 70s, high 60s, high 70s even. This is the one to reach for, honestly. You know, I kind of put off getting this because of the fact that it just gets compared to other fragrances, but it's fantastic. You can't go wrong with this, guys. Try this out if you haven't just yet. If you haven't, I'm right there with you, man. I was one of those that was late to the hype train. If you want to save yourself some money, go for this, because this is an all-around season type of fragrance. You can't go wrong with this, guys. Try this out. Hawas by Rasasi. And that concludes the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about my top 4 choices for the springtime. Stay healthy, guys. Be safe. Drink your water. Take care of yourself. Till next time, guys. Take care.